It was you, my soldier on that battlefield. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo, nyame, adumo, adum, adum entina metiasi, eya wadum tina miwoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Hey, adumo, nyame, adumo, adum. Eya adum entina metiasi, eya wadum tina miwoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, wadum. Who has changed my story? Who has given me a song? Turn my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. You have changed my story. Protocol breaker, you made a way. You turned my mourning into dancing. It is you and just your grace. Could not have made it without you. Eh. Could not have sailed through without you. Your loving kindness, grace, and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. Adum, adum, adum. Could not have made it without you. Hey, could not have sailed through without you. Papa, your loving kindness and grace and mercy brought me through. So the essence of my praise is all centered on your grace. Adum, adum, hey, adum, adum, hey, adum, adum entina metiasi, eya wadum entina metiasi. Lord, the essence of my praise is centered on your grace. You have been my doctor on that sick bed. By your stripes, I am healed, I am free. So the essence of my praise is because of your grace. Adum, adum entina metiasi, eya wadum tina miwoho. Lord, the essence of my praise is just because of your.
Joy for me, Mama Joe, and Mama Kwabade ba Hope for Life Radio. So Sabre, me mind Ghana edumedi na ye dru eso. Na watwe aboa pounds ma eduana mienu. Me tena edumedi edi hu chia me kwapem se no ndu bebo pounds ma eduasa. Asem yi edika. Asem yi edika. Na watwe yanti asempa. Aya omampeni dada aya Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawling. Senia yenyina yenim anase bi nti enso ane ye ka cho se aya Omampini dada Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings ɔkɔ ne kra akyi yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ de afa ho yɛbɛhwɛ the good, bad and ugly ɛne yɛka sɛ brɛbɔ biara nso no deɛ ɛbata ho enti ne papa mu ne ne bɔne mu nyinaa yɛbɛhwɛ na nka yɛnim sɛ sɛnka obi wu a yɛ na yɛnka n'akyi asɛm ɛdeɛ nti na yɛ a ne yɛka ne saa nipa yi adeɛ yɛ fitaa a mɔm yɛnka ne fitaa nso yɛse ma yɛnka ho asɛm enti wo ka nso ka ne bɔne na na akɔ akɔsi sɛn ɔmampanin dada Jerry John Rawlings yɛbɛdi ne ho nkɔmmɔ yɛbɛhwɛ ɛyɛ ka akwanhyie sisi wɔ Ghana kwaa na ɛkɔ so sɛ ma ne home nso saa nso na COVID-19 coronavirus no asan pagya ne mu sɛ epue wei ne wo ne yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ na ne dodoɔ no a yɛbɛhu baabi a yɛde bɛfi aseɛ ne yɛde akɔ wie ɛnɛ yɛtwa ne freestyle ɔmampanin dada Rawlings yɛwo no 22nd June 1947 ɔkɔyɛ soja adwuma na ɛyɛ June 4th 1979 ɛna ɔkɔtu aban egu yɛ ɛyɛ ɔkɔform Armed Force Revolution Council AFCRC ɛde bɛru Ghana ɔhande over ɛyɛ tumi ɛde ma Liman 24th September 1979 31st December 1981 ɔsan ɛfɔbo PNDC ɛde bɛtena tumi mu 1992 and of forming NDC New National Democratic Congress and obedi Oman so every 92 copim 2000 on the 12th November 2020 and ɔmampanin dada Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings enya ne kra chi ɛkɔɔyɛ yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ ɛde afa ho ebi ɛka sɛ ɛyɛ ɔhwɛ ɛfiri fa wɔn a yɛkum wɔn papa ne wɔn maame wotie bi comment a ebi kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo ɛndɔze sɛ wuo no ɛyɛ nanka obi bɛka sɛ ade nti na sɛ obi kasa ba wonnim ɔyaw obi nso akom sɛ wotie national discourse ɛkɔ so na ɛyɛ akɔyɛ sɛ wɔn a wɔni etue mu mpanifoɔ no nsɛm a wɔka no ɛyɛ different ɛna wɔn nso a yɛkenkan abakɔsɛm nso nsɛm ɛyɛ different nti emu nea wɔn ne yɛfa because nia oho ɔde n'ani hu yɛ no ɔno te yaw no ɛsen yɛn a yɛbɛkan abakɔsɛm no ebi nso de politics abem nti yɛbɛdi nkɔmɔ sɛ yɛ program ne yɛ political program deɛ na yɛdi nkɔmɔ na yɛahwɛ ne politics ne ne yɛkeka ho nyinaa Mike me makwaba.
Bejezo OMORAW.
Nambacho wapu mwe.
Oh, nyamia domboko.
Nana yao. Nana yao temenka.
OMORAW.
Bajo wapum.
Nyame dia chen.
Yede nyame ase. Mike, I mean, if you so. What say on my penny that Jerry John Rollins who no send out of fire?
Omoro, me na nyame ase na ye na atiefo ne ahefo nyina so ase se omonya bre na omuti omo hwen ne omuti nsoso. Me da so omo akome omo akonya se yenka bi fa omo pani ndada Rollins. Se de wa odi kaka se nipa boni ni kra owoni kaida. Na Osha Rollins a fanze yani yonkora bese from 70s more ni 80 more body ono ne president a say you better no
Into ye papa no.
we papa no me kai say a brave Rollins back Kumasi ni Kumasi na say Rollins e pure beti JJ do something before you that say no nyini packet to okra oh na o hwese de enioma na obeye oh obi kra na oton aburo na bibi a say on fa ho wajibi no wa we say no oni nipa ni nyina kama because ono ne nipa kro ma me hu Bambanjida first one time be oba Kumasi ba cultural center on the ba
former
Nigerian Bambanjida yeah ama enyinyina ye kochira share ni bi say that time they no be any Joe Rollins one na nya asem kitwa so eti sadom kan say den a or president you obi ya enti ade ato ma ni nyina ni
Nana yao.
OMORAW.
What say sir on my penny that they film no? What fan is saying?
Didi kan OMORAW me da se. Mechia your radio ni atiefo nyina na masade nchia so ama New Job in South constituency. Ene PC aye no ho. Michael Otrebefi. And meaning say ade atoye ni but Juma mo bono mo ko so na mo nyero mo humbo for agenda 70,000. I know said this week there Richie Abogana nti no I said amanipa slow down kakra but me den chabe mo enwumre nidi kan me da asese mo makonya say me so me nka bibi kakra emphasize asemi hu OMORAW me nya information no the first source and I did not believe it. When I had to ask a different person just to confirm and sooner later cry about social media and I say becoming, very periodic. The last piece I made was graphics. See, in Ghana there will be a person when your confirmation we wait for graphic online and I almost won't be confirm here. I must say it did hit me. It did hit me say whether we like it or yes, Ghana has become what it has become because of how Rollins behaved himself and led us through, from 79 to this point. Baby, your democracy about do. Now, so share the legacy of Rollins and I'm always a question is about but it did hit me. Let me put it that way. It did hit me. I know so be have a call, but I wasn't expecting say CAE for such a charismatic person, and I say will play a very significant role in our democracy, and particularly looking at the timing. Akara na Ochimiensa going to the polls, and I say we are to Ghana. Eddie, Mima Ghana for nyina ene ne yere ne ma Ghana my money nyina Mima we nyina yako.
Dear now what they kind of
OMORAW, near me bet and I said near me who kakra, being the 80s baby, into me who Rollins, those days, ocean news at GTV particularly, coming on news, you are always ready to go listen because you hear Papa J speaking with his charisma. Every young child aspired to, talk eloquently like Rollins, using his, mannerism because Oyobiana sebi okasa on hwenechi, he will tell you as this. And that is something I also say, it me develop that you to be able to speak up our mind, say the truth, and also ask for fair and equal treatment when it comes to that piece of it. Me papa kasa this week, and he mentioned something that it kind of resonated with me, and you will not see that in recent times. I'll say somewhere in 91, 92, Rollins was going to Akosombo. Nana sorry, na omu ye mission house Juma around Agomeda area. And he still remembers that Rollins got there, got down from his car with his people. Omunyina somu wait a mortana with the block eba just for you to feel that I will say government to the people. Say I want to be part of you guys. That piece of it, as I said, my papa gusu can't be seen there. But this was, years ago, like over 2 decades ago. And in as much so be on the shortcomings, we cannot testify to the fact that he was one of the very few people. He brought government to people, to our doorsteps. Somebody that Obekase Oje like let's do it together as a group kind of thing. See, the heydays, you could tell who you'll be a faculty council Papa G on Chima, and the legacy of probity and accountability, and I said that phrase, will forever be attributed to him. The Adiato Ghanaian, OMORAW, it's a sad incident. Once again.
Okay, Mike. At the end of the Kaifa Papa no.
OMORAW said you okay no. Rollins they said nobody you be brave. Or say Nana Kain. We have the charisma, and I know you'll be a with confidence. One very one care about who you are. They also can overcome. I remember say Anita the Susu Kokutu name. Just say Obia Kobaka oh, we do party but now say we oh yeah, you go can tree and so on man I can have natural. And then besides, running to Ubia to say Uti Ghana history, won't mean in film, Emmanuel.
No.
Oh yeah, then won't mean in film. 79
president was the longest,
almost 20 years. Apart from
the first
that,
president in Fourth
Republic. Or Soja Tadi, SRBA, Ubediso. So, what said in Roland City, I say Kakobase, and you say Ghana, your constitutional rule, New Winaka, your Sunday engineer. I bet you say Rollins beat Massa when Nibium, I be president. So, you say, yes, I say 8 years after that, 20 Nibiuma. Because, no, what kind of, I don't know, the kind of person I owe you, but, Ohena, on the time of Bayama and Mobuni. Like anybody be any general, regardless, any maybe a name koya or monechiba, or him so about the right time, Nagan and you may be acofom on main kind of say, but obey and you may be. I always say, at this time, man, the moon say Rollins about wrong time. This time, yaka corruption as me, and then here,
but not time, not corruption.
No, but compare or more time money in the pocket of our money at dinner. Almost Gano Muyana and just
but this is our time is equivalent and they compare this time.
This time, OMORAW, this time the end they boom up out him say, do. Now, hey, we
General Rollins and Nima catch and say, and confirming to call a Burkina Faso.
No, we have a ton as the same say, I could do any Yamanasi. Anyway, Rollins and Chuma, what about you and so? What about you and so? And some TV,
but this is some of it when the brain up, we can't say, Katasha win.
No, so what so dear? Because
OMORAW, you can't say, we Aveyime Raisa, we Victor Solomon, we Kwame Pepe Ibrahim. Omunyana said na ben
right.
And you know him.
Onim. On say Ebinamika say so watch out there. Ode for instance say the yenyina ni enu Akufo-Addo pass Akufo-Addo ba gara go be hwe obi abana kadipa 2 pe. So Only but until what chill idea because me so I always say ni minister bi okoko bie project bi ano omkoena enye ready yes what she assume the vice grow she bi assume net say omo me nti Rollins here type bia ana ono so ni nipa wetimaka say ya hye den hu say Rollins nya ska edan we si anom ye ne dia na se cash bi egu anom ne dia dada yi ni dia no kwa de na me penase mo hu say one shed am besa obi pesika akoye bibi ono akra interview bibiri kan say na account ni e nyina akra no oni bi but when you compare foreign I mean the past government ni e yoko ministers ni ikra for kra bi wo account wo foreign countries near there so no oni bi because o kan so okoye bibi e so funny statement we am for expect say or foreign account ni we nye bi ama and apart from the bad side no sound so good side there did this a country no or money jam home.
What share attack Kennedy say, yeah, ye cancer why any ma be but ne bad way ne a dozen sin as shadow in the good way no. On any yard.
OMORAW say yes or no. The reason is say, I mean, it be on my young metal and I am by the better say. A man be on watch or more about be on near the other, which is bad. I mean, Obian person name mammy and I say, the bush and ye be any sir. It's what it is animal in and I tell you, say, oh, say, no more curfew, this animal human. Just say, oh, share, soldier for him be so found would din some money pa. So her running stammer, Sir Soldier for car, peace goer, between the rolling stamp partner, Sakan, and hypocrite any bar some more. So almost a Sakari Bichon Grana, your muscle. Oh, and you ma be brunwa, omoye ya, mekase, why it be on my uncle, it be also the time no oye. I mean, Mefan says, oh, near, oh, the call by Buma. So every time I will be say, I don't part of our car, dampa, apple back up any coni. But if you are going to grab go ready, man, watch it. So it will compare a bravia, needy and also, oh, it is out of mechanism. Won't mean 100% say, oh, you good around bad, oh, ye be. The wait my annoying, or ye be also uncle, baby, so because so tears your phone been so you come on California, the idea. Almost a whole lot of a year, almost do whole year, say, or you almost are. So on the real club, I say in the but whether we like it or not, are a former president, or be any day there, or on the ups and downs. Oh,
and right now, me see one professor be our program be so. And or say, or friend, papa, and Obisan say, what say Rollins Uana or say what say Ade. Well, what him say, Acho,
yes,
but Papanico exile, and she Nebanisha time Papane Eba back, I'm say also about 2005,
right,
a free for time, none a free for body. In John or catching some common into Kamunyane and also near she. And I made the coon and just since then, now, cause she went in a man anyway, no, we ain't access to it. But what him said, still, no,
and I say,
yeah,
OMORAW, my personal one back. That we say, many Rollins on part the way when I was a president, was a uniform near cry, but not me for Pajana pa, not mean tears in tea. Bay more than me, Bishan say, I didn't Rollins said it will be any general. W. Mbaba was over TV at that time, no Doom TV. Oh, because time on call Germany, bogus Iba, which chipping police near the car or they buy, or which a car. Who answers to your Nibi Shikano. So, to say Pidio can. And Sadia no, Omoyano, a man after this time. Anytime we go any do something just I'm off with no on your crown or besho. So a 10 am tears will be our cotton bridge bra see what your car could be or there now Yamakwam name near Jacano. I dare to know say so Nina, a good car no edidia trench who area one gas house at sea. At the time you go who can be an ne so it don't not a man Rollins but obeying and yes, you
one of the legacy, they been said, one mangrove for baby Juma for worship political parties, what NDC. To see if nothing at all, there were about 120 something parliamentarians. former president Efimo Abba, other ministerial appointment, former chief executives in Minawum, wa mom ejuma. Saa for na wo hwe ya ye keka se wa mom ejuma no na wo munim say ya mpa soso ampa say papa we wa boa ye.
Wa omro obi ene on wori ne sabo nkum be kire na busu afie. Eti once wanya adwuma ne omo de mu nze sa no be kan se wa boa omo because said the nipa no de ekomje anu o me ndi onu wanya bia ye no nko a o ye de o be ka se wa boa no ebi nso atene mu up to now enti na o hwe se NDC time a krofo bi say siedu nketiam time omo nyina no omo Rollins times wa omo enjoy bia because me hu apart from siedu nketia de o be ka se bia o twa blocks ana say me hu adwuma foforo bia wa ye a yenim no apart from politics. So a general secretary,
no, accountant.
Yes, obedi politics more. What do more after this time? So, and Sani Pan, the woman never say, Omojuma, Tiombe prison. Yeah.
Nania, my name Emerald, so ye emfa, ye co politics nunca crown no.
OMORAW. Me vision from the very positive side. Me kind of sana me chim say. Since 79, after several heads of states are a buyer and they say we in Kofofi or near, make us say the fact say Unya say we should move from military rule to civilian government was a plus. Yes. And I say it's a plus because in the term, but yes, it's still
constitutional rule and
but still no soldier by one na se wo hwe ne ya
akwakotoaba meka oman siska akwakotoaba edieyi omampani na wakwakotu egu a na wo san ko back a wenso ye ese ye bon sema
se me na me ye na me do buy na me sa hwe na me se no omoro se na de odi kwi ka driver twimi kosi ga se wo so na speed a wo kwi ana se na wo ko slow emfa Timamia, Miss Amrana, Miss Amesheniama, Senia, and sometimes it's all share a debia, so Udia a diaba, Sebeana Shasana Neding, so Mabodiama in hinting to me for year, wouldn't so good swan and one cycle. This all ye can't abaco semina. We always say, and this in Edigana so pa, and for that stability to happen, maybe from that stability to happen. St. Rollins and Yard in Sachra, my young course our civilian government, from that time till this time, in somehow I'll be some Mike about and conforming Juma out of this forming of the NDC coming down to parliamentarians and ministers of state and a head of agencies. Maybe it wouldn't have happened because I might be below up to now, I think I can as I watch BD when it comes to democracy and handing over power and na se mea said you me to abambu ye e de abamba e say to gu ye krami jemu me kaya na wo se wo ne hwan a ulusu aba wo be ka se wunye de wunya e menko na otiase no sa nema ni nyina is something that always spoke to the credentials of a democracy organ. Make sure course viewer has say introduction to global business. Now one of the chapters talks about free market, and just to let you know, maybe you don't fee. Those days are not US no more for salary koje sardine nemo kanesa nema. During the Rawlins's time near we got into the democracy. There is that free market now a buyer. People then began to be able to do things. In himself first, he had a change of heart. Senior DJ Mike Kai and Senior Mike Kai, Senior Papa near be near there. And you're no one of Safasa, but after that piece of it, now better democracy as he opened up the market. In Tinko first started diga. Ghana you open up to other jurisdictions, a team trade, and I amanko for a team. So open the door for China. That privatization has become part of our system. But think how they compare, between the 1960s, 1970s. Now, who dare you say obey sa? Because we young kakra bi na usuro. Odo nema nyina sisi. Eti as much say na the shortcomings no hon. Say opnema sa nema we nyina buy, all the way through to changing hands with Kofo, moving the direction for Ghana. No. It is something that I think it is very much commendable. You need to draw the history of Ghana and erase this former president. It is a blow. It is a big blow to Ghana. At the age of 73, if you look at the likes of Kufo and we were hoping and praying that they would have kept on, moving. Now we tap into their wisdom. Now we are growing democracy, but OMORAW. So the two baby we are nowhere close to the democracy of US. But the likes of these people are what is guiding us to get to that point. I think it's earlier on me can say me and I shall say me two abangu ede abamba esa be two gukra metimi agayama say aban bi mra meto aso me 8 years na onko na NDC mra meto aso na say yetimi aya to na we can never rule that one out of our history. Ene adwuma wabwa na ohwe ne bi nso a esan say na otiase no. Now, they can never say he's the founder of the NDC. No. Sebi so mo ye name bi na say enko ya. Meaning so to the but trust me, there were people still in there. Senator DJ Mike kind. There's something about Rollins that people still love. Na oka na nkofoti. Oka nkofoti, and I say people know people who they can talk to make things happen because of the Rollins factor.
Meba nia wo kan no wo kan e de nkrofo eti no eye omo party na chi ana se party no omo di mu tintin because meba ye wo ho na ye te say si edun ke ti akoka say backing dog ya temu backing dog no well unity work so mahama so ko kan bibi say eye voter goals no anya de a ye besum de biom say ye ntimi nsum individual enti sa wo hwe sa two way na yeah.
OMORAW, yes, to me. So open to me. That's when you're to me, or the aquajo mommy. Say when there is a change in the direction of a party, not say, change now a buy and I say, I'm foul liar. Sometimes that bitterness will make you come out and, certain utterances will not be helpful. Now, so the NDC as a party can never say Rollins Muja or the Gu or the J party no is not significant. And I say regardless of a backing dog or the voter goals have been whatever the name may be. Rollins commanded the masses. A student can say me was during the PNDC time to be a member of parliament. If it wasn't Rollins's, where would the student have been? But say even within the MPP when talk going back to 2007, the 17 people that contested, will be a kind of why they should be voted for. When it gets to those things now, you will see people talk and say things that were not. Even recently, Joshua be any Mahama, any when they were contesting, things were but once that one is done and it's over, no, we get back to things as normal. And now today, the Joshua is leading the campaign team of the NDC. And the can say yes, I can say and it wasn't at the part. But the fact still remains to say if he did not sow that party, when we are our party now, they wouldn't have been where they are today.
Nia okay ni kika fa papa no I feel okọ ne krechi ene nia efi ase piefi omano edeba ye kan say na do pese ofa eyi na ye nso de ye npren enje NEC we but a question the baby say tama papa ne ti ase no na one sa for the relationship na sanity.
That is the hypocrisy in our system. And they say any sadena ekosisiano. Sebio, okay, yeah. So if you don't want to worship the voter gods, then what do you want to do with the cops? It's as simple as that. Say, or your backing dog, not a Sebio qua. She said, "God, there's some financial cage. She said, God, they're no question 6 feet, and the person is no more. So why should you be worried?" It is that hypocrisy. And in America, say, name be on me and try ye. Kasa bi out it, so it media outlets be, and then Grofobia Kasa Yoma Kanfa Papa no ne. Or that form. Now the same people normal can say Utim who say Ghana de hypocrisy are there idea try a fruma. Na ya answer some fish are no answer ya answer cherry fish are no a bidi nya papa.
All right.
And now also remember say Rollins is beyond the NDC now. Rollins is a statesman. Like we established, he is the first president of the Fourth Republic. Only no be odi man so achepa in as much as say coming from the NDC, he's a state property, and that should be, I was seeing a G2 from that standpoint, or a state property. And Siciano, asema about the coin so and nam say the current government, senka a NDC no power, it would have been the same a year in Kameka.
Okay.
The government in power should be able to help as much as possible to give them that befitting barrier to that stature of, Rollins is a very prominent person. Like, I don't know how you see, like I said, even in Canada, I have a textbook that is solely written on Rollins's effect on Ghanaian economy when it comes to free market. On Rollins, I'm telling you, Global Business, the 9th edition, chapter 2 focuses on Rollins in Canada. You cannot write the history of this to, take that one out.
That way. DJ Mike, my memory also ni enhwe we Rollins ne Nigeria na nakuna do Ajiman Rollins. The kind of udi somo ko baby and the somo Germany the ohwe senior motipa na se BBC aba. Enya de be ha mami.
OMORAW, asem ban work and definitely a behana because so why have my ni kuna all the time because some time ago na edu se kofobia na amonfo ye se ye gie nua ba na de just say okay sa stories ni na ana
that's 1992.
Yes oni ni kuna just ko ba bia me who how that bond are not omo as almost stay close bibi omo ye bia
now cry what you say omo be ko program okay
it me very sure say e be affect my money pa ye mo nyina ya akọ ne man ne bad ne yire ankasa de mtunze e be affecting because o hwema na kono du o shede ni obi ati say oni ni kunu na as almost stay
na
that's right said your best friend no ne yire sa na o ka say o ye young no onu egro because o cook akusi Japan program bi or we say akusi Japan enyini one ne yire de o mutia na o mutie and o group gree so just a man here lovely apart from Neoma no ya na microphone pen still we say man for energy Rollins on even though he the able ko bia he ono a ne party the omo de aye no na yire so akote party fufuro ne ba eko stand for MP say ba se kom go to abakra oko back ne yire anase ne ba anase ne party
na say ono kan say 2016 one to aba am fama ne party.
That's right. So that decision I had to take because when you wa party and gasa so tears and namwa enye is ba also oye playing guy on fa but the manager no say ideologies be no one it look like he said in Nanado apekibi na obia wa adwen say Rollins ne Nanado din Kenya de ombetime but before the time okay so na asen education
Nanado epeke ne saying
the man said, "Also, Rollins, and you'll be wako higher in education." They said, "You need your PhD for any, if will be broom." But in the love on the crown, or ya dear, so her Rollins time in school near the arena, we serious and to so her the same trend. And another so after say, or be boss and crabby school. On one on the time, as our industries need no be bronoma, no do be good year, I want the time. But oh her, none can I just say, or be converted, then I'm an hour be, but I'm going, sir.
That's why I'm here.
OMORAW na Nigel Rollins de behano.
Behano pa because na do ya
because ebi susu se nke be yanka abato yi a wo so nka on train sign.
Na onze ye kan sim bi se anase ye mfa akonye su na ye country T4. One of the things that we will see and I say we are say beba say at some point your kids are going to go.
Yep.
It's going to be left with you and your
wife.
Your spouse or your wife. Let me put it that way. It's Sebio send your best show yeah buano amane support and I send your best show kuna buano amane support eventually will come to bear when the kids are gone. Say or you'll be out treating a basa basa one man amber the limelight. Look at what she did with 31st December Women's Movement. Or then the bar so give her the platform. One can say Sebio me na confirm me party aba na say me na me show you na the stay somewhere. The involvement of the wife brought that dignity to that family, and Anakuredu can also command that piece of it. Say first, so 31st December Women's Movement, so those days, the crowd that they're able to pull near it's because of the love for all and Sinti and Kwalani in our core, and that is what they have to do. And now we know the history of NDC and how they treat former first ladies. And I say say ukunu free more nema etisi and I say Mr. Atabe can be Mr. Atabe can be sorry male suggestions so can be enti say and can be and I say at least only Shekran he has two these examples I'll bet to me actually so I can say hey Charlie mami na me ho so na me fa me mayor and I say nya idea I know how to handle my situation because there's history of this party not, taking care of these people when the time they actually it matters most at that point in time. Me mama me yako na share the bom pa en kind on pa bom. See but also last week me can said Senator is a little bit ahead of and now this blow coming. Sympathy will also play a role for Senator in this time. I do remember her.
I don't know the next week I concess sa we beat me at the Sakaye bi sympathy vote at the aba a year 2020 election with maybe I'm nane am about
okay
baba nyame kan say si yeka sympathy vote normally na ya na ejina ye kan say swing omo ye floating way no and they are na most way say obi ye MPP ni pa and then pan I'll bet me I say because of say as me say we me kwa to abadi amawe
OMORAW so me when he say a presidential side in the intimate affect obia just because right now the obia to be with this idea we that as we talk right now no obia so better when this
DJ Mike made this idea
I know what it decided that
so won decide yebisa say odi no sham among your NDC mukra no active with politics that was 2008 court time atamos every since then on fan who nhemu bi yeah and there difference now bet
I don't say difference bet make it a parliamentary side no for Nebano and they know that they and even be on ma almost said okay in swing areas no but about presidential to me not a single boot crown be free say sympathy fine and then besides all depend on Omocas be play around this time ibini this is almost the higher politics government will be so taking responsibility because we're a national asset NDC for so na me chance ayomo fanda amoye in terms of so much different way just a common book amokwa kwasan kra hwede abeba ho enti mimi hu how ade no kra say NDC from benefit kra say dey see omo ye bia as a politics na ne hia omo say wakono na omo no omo dia na that kind of thing at this time was a go bia give up say or a national asset enti country no president or tiso no or make decision say you man no that kind of way but manasi baby
manasi post to be a funny I walk out with you and say if you couldn't make peace with him you cannot make peace with his dead body. Move on. He deserves a state, not a party barrier.
That's right. OMORAW, because now need the idea no and your party sem. Let's say nyame fasa makwa say you could jama party say omokonko ya. Say no be no ye hu bi kran fa tamel say the any example. Omokra na yo moyi. On say kwaku enda de I mean your friend say enda on say the grievances or and I say problem wo nyina the way omo handle atamis na yi say state ni kura anye bibia anka omo aka say the party no komunye bibi but so hwema omonye one particular woman be na so always o take care baby o kwa kwesiesi or any that kind of name eda omo eye yukura ma no hwe onu koku na ye ne de NDC for kra be duru time be enti said na ayika no na ne yoka no maame no wanya examples be brave free be Saturday ni we die nyina edi ono obefa no ho adwene because ordinary kotu we so for instance don't forget say ti say juaka obo nyuma omo chankrofo omo nyuma hwede omo nyina omo de ekoyeye enti so uhwemu a nipa no bebre na abefa omo ho adwene say school ni sembam say bebre so ani ebie I'm telling you.
All right, Nana.
Well, tell me the medical cases in the town there. So I want to. Yeah, I mentioned it last week. Me trim kakra. Those people who are make us idea a swing na ye kase ebe timia kwama Rollins bano. Number one, yen say obi a na free moon chair. That is blow number one. Blow number two. Ne papa o see ne na wie na ono so afiri mu enti se wo ko hwe n'anim asa ma na lusu election ama na emiensa de a na chese ase obu na bra ne su enti no we die yenye bibi mfa cheche ne re. That is the direction I'm going with the sympathy. I mean, she's gone through one grandmother, father now. She cannot lose the election. I think say on that premise no people will have that you say nyashi ya mama mi be na se papa be mfa
question obi nso be bisa ne say da ben na ne nana ne wuye ne nana ne ewuye be ye kan say yesie ne last month and yesie ne nana no obi nso wa invest e de ne campaign because of ye kan say obi nana ewu and obi papa ewu nti no yemfa e ka ye bo no yemfa nhwe so ne yemfa nto aba mfa ma na mfa nche ne re.
Say on your opposition, no, that is not what we are looking at. We are looking at they can make the vote tilt in either direction. And no one said, can you be aware investing? What is your position? So the analysis I hear or that constituency nature said, it's always been, side by side. It's always a tipping point. But Nya can say Ghana de huo brono that traditional part of it na nipa assembly nipa mo bono can go a bit in your tonkrofo bitim and I say it can be a campaign message to be used by senator to be able to say oh we dem sremo a me papa sha de bi ase wo sie ni maame me so me pese me beto aso mumwa me na me ntimi fa nko na se mo anhye manum nyama na se mama nko this time fe me pa free mu ne ayi the legacy on your person or channel it will give that a better go for whether you like it or yes it can settle with some people.
Now you feel all about the performance from 2016 no I don't count be the performance no it is send ya some another chance mind you yemhwe you can say 2016 sa wo hwe sa constituency no quality sa nye ni no e na be mu a wo hwe president na do vote di nyaye vis-a-vis ni no ne you can say Addison ekabuma there's no way ya enka senator betumi wini
any woman nan ka say yede and the last me kan yede but see ya wabam no what game na say and now cry so share some call the presidency her eloquence in talking to the president she say no about lamplight nim or yenye mama nkofo hu those days he was coming from the outside so the work will let you know how it is so we call in a second term it's a different ball game altogether so if you are bonting now but could you also say obetimi aka say they are minority in parliament and NDC near can also be something that is fighting against them or even those on parliament people use that excuse all the time majority na win ni to vote na occupy na the call constituency but only minority in government or trying the best what she's saying right now and I said what could happen and I send the campaign message and say mumwame maybe the change that happened in the United States can happen in Ghana. We will have a majority government. And then, ne ato me ne kura no so say mo bo kire say me pese me uphold me papa legacy of probity and accountability. Help me to get there to uphold that legacy. Maybe I say obenya another campaign message that will set with some people, and I say let me swing some people in her way.
Nana watch our adwin kama DJ by for last point ewo sa wo hwe nanado yen hwe nanado ene Rollins relationship ade a yesua.
Yes.
Sa wo hwe time a Rollins very active pa no nanado kwa no person be boni din ogina campaign platform bia so that short man but nanado be president no I say you can say on the cry we cry sing on one party for a day.
I'm going to say a short into a gas or a short man. That short.
It's not an insult.
But
it's a description.
But so a short.
Our intentions of dinner members.
What I'm going to say, Roy is all kind of crap, but when you mistake, also a short man, ambassador, another a short man.
And one will be to be describing on
anyway, on a more serious note, also. Enipa ewa adwen sachra on the nipa timi se sell madwen me huni say na impression na Rollins ewo na nado ho no oba ye na afi nioma na oye no say no akwan kra say na odwen fa ne ho no enye sa no tie because ti say na nado ye bold before me krotimi corner ho because one adwen da say ombetimi amiti kwaku ba akokra ne Rollins craft na omundimi amiti da na nado etimi ye bold ekono ne ko tena se edin komot se de BBNC then it was even amazing. And besides, so her plans are Nanado Fire on any president oba Utimiafa or the former president and Etimini Oma Tanase, any Oma Kasanti, that tells us a Papa no brains apart from the policies are Omoye no crown. So what much president, former president that Tanase, not to two Omano epa ideas and that means brains, that means or combining Omunina ideas are Omo Anasa and Yoma. Omo intimia implementing and or even Rollins is first hand human clones and no. This guy is different. Because Agina ne nyina was it Nana just said he kase ni so she or you say I bet you say Okrana was Agina say Nana do be the president omo mbeko jail enya asem ketwa. But so the trend out there identify say nipa no on chain red-handed and I say onye evidence pass within some money onye sadin. Enti na me hu say Rollins hu say there be this guy Shenyomo implementing education e bia na ka no Rollins na ko person de fan say oh yes ade ne ba enti ade ngina unforget about here say no on in income boom and I say on hwe ne ma person ye no zutimi bua no and me sure say na do see open so timi friend kra ma ne ba ne nchen no credit e ma no because enya possible say even right now your friend say Mahama opposition ni okojina na otomane no we kojina na otomane so ni we okro unze do yempe politics dey but genuine concerns e bia anka omu make kra nke ye okay but bi wonu ma obo say Mahama be kan obefa chiri na abehwe no na enye sa so tinipa no kra tie chiri no we say no there be president dey obi a former president I think verify new answer so eti Rollins is always reasonable or has any party ni bia nneema bi wonu mo verify no dey abeto abontin just like that come on one say there be akokra ye kan one asem boni say yes I not even Jesus Christ grandfo be break kan one asem boni ba omo call ni chen be hu say there be the omo kan na enye true ba na elite
Daniel
OMORAW I think that so share yeah kasayemu anwumre we all on the same page say asema sinedin enye asenketwa we are saying talking about the hypocrisy on some people's part and you rightly stated say Menansi kase he's moved beyond a party man to a statesman in desire in interest na yenyai na me discussion fa a little bit of a dumra was a Ghana for yenya adwen sachere bi na yitimi to ye democracy move to a certain angle me no nya adwen does not mean say we cannot be friends. DJ Mike can be the first time we've seen a president inviting ex-president to talk and seek their advice and seek their blessings into as he ushers into his new his term. It's unprecedented. It means that. Mekai say me former President Kufuor interview be. Now I think so you might even be aware say no Rollins even up to this point on Montemu but on the Kufuor do Montem much better.
Attack or them for a time interview bi omo granting no say or no a we for can say family planning na Kufuor nso aba say can say omu free.
Well, share, you know, the Rollins and Kufuor, even as like I said, even before Obe passing on crack, it wasn't the same as Kufuor and Rollins. So it tells you that their approaches have been different. Me interview be with former President Kufuor, and the sources on YouTube. This guy from China, Mode, what's his name? Yeah, I'll interview Kufuor Kachen said, maybe obedi ade no papa je friend baako okoi papa je friend mienu okoi o friend miensa okoi afina say yaye bibia yaye tuamu da. And at some point he had to decide that yasuma the fourth nipa beka chen say papa je friend for the fourth and okachen say oma so oceana omra, you know, the seat of government na yesi no wa kan so knowing what Rollins did in the past, Kufuor had to be, you know, always one step ahead to guard against, you know, anything happening in that era. And as bibi bitinyama awuso kakraba ye kebi kebi amemoni. Inti when Kufuor coming in, na Kufuor bitwa 8 amanako na you know, Tamils and Mahama coming in 8 years and gone. Na utimi who say Sebu and Kwan na ejo and Kwano Joanessa. It made sense for Akufo-Addo to change his posture and dynamics of, you know, towards the Rollinses. And I'm talking about His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, not Danko Akufo-Addo, any former President Rollins. Maybe are not Omoduno. The only thing that was in common, and I say, Omobepe, Nese, or Mani Bitumpo, Ako, Nimache, maybe I was say. It's, you know, that cordiality is relevant for the sole purpose of saying Ghana be moving in the right direction. And the Papa also showed respect. Like we said, we need our coordination because you know, I'm coming forth, we get together, we talk. Even to the point in the rumors, we go out and we say, for the baby Rollins back. Like, but you wouldn't have even suggested those things in the past. But, and it tells you that the leadership of Nana Danko Akufo-Addo is a different altogether because Oma Papa no need yes need and farmer Oma need and that is what the man was seeking from his party and not Emma and nunti de bia na so mote do ahoma so up to point that in Sinkems and Semke kan ba muma ebesi baby esi ansa na papa e de call ne crutch nti all right OMORAW my feel say yeah, man, and Adodankwa, you know, your man being trying to pursue because he's made leadership towards ex-president very attractive. You know, going forward, I feel that it should be used to help build a stronger nation for us all.
All right, here for DJ Mike and Nania Namote, one can say Yedin Commodia for Oman Penida that we yan baby call a flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rollins. Yet, why it made so to see a call a road accident. Laura Queen Shia, a Coso, a Ghana. Last Yedin Commo, a Wifia, yes, a free 1990 ABC, a year 2019, Nipa Asher Wankwa, our Ghana. A year records of Ghana a Road Safety Commission a year 48,625.
That's too much.
48,625. Inti akwa say yedin krofo ahye Accra Sports Stadium and ase Kumasi Sports Stadium be na safo ni nyina ahwere won kwa lorry akwanhia. This year from the first half of the year, a year from January to June, Nipa na ahwe won kwa 1,141. Na yenim se si yɛkeka every year nipa ahwe wɔn kwan bia wohu sɛ election year bia nso no na ɛma accident ne ɛyɛ more yɛka si yɛ kuma wobɛhu sɛ election year bia no accident ne yɛ more mamema 2012 na yɛ 2240 2008 ɛyɛ 1938 2004 1186 into who say every 4 years biana na a pejanimu na usha this year the year count say 1000 which is the first half no yes who be say because of the covid no ema ase eniema ayewe ba se epejanimu minim say some study trend na so hwe papers mini news a accident no kwa na eko Mike
Omoro we da say say ade we do okakra na me too much because country like Ghana you know some bia mro so 30 million people pe na yama accident yes so cars you kura yenye bi wo nom sa oh yenye bi wo sa anka we dey nka we ga nipa na yare ya na se bibia ese we should the car there na o kakra o refie o check o car dan so there enya agrokra motorbikes
according to your can say the fatality of motorcycle is high and no na ye high pa yet so the occupancy ne ye kitu
abi just ana make say the problem e wo Ghana ni nyina is say ye follow regulations and ye nioma bibro so enkoye one ye free DVL minim de se nioma asesa de a on say so oba ye krum anoma America anoma say o car no ontimi nyaka o ka so moka o car no ho obey inspection ye bejuska sticker baby apaki car ni oska say ska ye beju o car no woni car bi kura nanke ba woni car so ontimi nyesa ni wan say side way say ke ade adi bi e ba Ghana hwe kroma inspection a omoye o car no check engine na say small light bi be da so a bra be bra ansana ya pass car na ma
you ko pepe fi so
so etibari ya no nye ya na odiko auction na say because some of my design system say omumpe no wa say e passing
me the way twemu na me ese me koye inspection and na me koye na engine light so yes we yes be the catalytic dependent
catalyst converter
and I'm and na me koye say ye koye na say see ye be we na is almost 1,002.
That's right.
1,002 and na engine light na ko. Na wakwa.
It is all compare now her scar spend no way as okay na me vaka ni na me ko pay for na ni. So, o my design system no. Yes so make ramika ho yen no wara kasa ye de ko Ghana ni bia from auction. It is about one yes ko maso one ye de ko. But the problem is e ko dru fia anko on be sa ni o ma no. On hwe just say mismatching ties to say anyone bebre and a way car no check ye de car na ba the all tested from police to say me say OMORAW one a yikra ehun se hwe car ye di free anum akon accident cars no so mu di free Accra Kumasi a masa you be shocked car accident afa ne ye coffee no speeder ye koyen speeder ye here so mas pakika na entutuo bi ka ensuo bi free to oba na entutuo oh we dey brand new from Abuchi na see speeder omo de car ne dia omo de nam aircon masa o yembe so eti nyoma bebre o ye cars no ho anase moto yi no no ma bebre enko so be hu car bi ka na especially say car sakesi de bia no na ekuen because one time bi near free Accra Kumasi na forerunner bi onu di achi the speed akwandi be sense adede OMORAW yakoye ni mani kakam na sa trailers yi bi apakisi wono na ka ne shase can you imagine Jessica ni from Buche na batimrika oditun odi ade na kwa shase ekune ho ana your system na e wo no so ye so weak to say Kumasi Accra road up till now I still don't get it say akwan no yentimi nwie emie mu kese e man nti say 95 wa hanom ye da so ebo nsa ho Kumasi Accra road it is obi time na be paye o se de na be si o ekunipa bebre so wahwe accident ekoso so a enye say ekunipa ba akomienu de bebe bia na say outrageous. Besides, minim de ehye Ghana yenye si October, November mu ko December. Ase your mentality ni say o say nipa bebre ewu. Bro nya kakra na eba no. Eni so timi ku yen. I still don't get it say e de na yebetima ya fan say bro nya na yebetu a shutdown na say December ni twom ye di o say I don't know. Eti e ho de omoro ye wo problem pa road safety fu say nanom na me hwe yi na me bu ofu say obi ebe yi ni road safety ambassador se minim ska kro omunya wom otimi kra de to nchen se mejai me ame kote me NGO na me de akoye saade no enti da mi se omunyina focus akoye ska enti adwuma wo so omoye maye pa no e maso police officer gina kwan aban woje opepa na kakra ba ko ska so sem so nya kese obomu 5 cities 10 cities ti o hwe system na Africa Ghana adianchin still adianchin ho
ndana ya sa wo hwe ye accident desi o Ghana 80% caused by human errors.
Exactly.
And 90% ne deaths near road away caused by collision. And then Mike can say
omoro me ba me twana ne ano hwe say at now baby a ukọ baby a friend say lorry park near the idea alcohol a friend say me can say
blue kiosk
eda so wo ho eti omoro baby a ye faka ne blue kiosk e wo ho no definitely driver you better na ka wo hwe na ni kra utim say akoi wadija ono aso better was me kohwi omagu on definitely okoku nipa no obi su gina so baka say oh we dey oboa na otimi drive we dey na che say nipa no oboa obetima drive car yi ono amu na mo kro him so a wotito yes we drive a oboa na otrem a I mean it doesn't make sense.
And yeah, question appendix still
yeah. You know that there are 5 I would say contributing factors to road accident in Ghana and back when DJ Mike Abosui you're talking about speeding, number 1, drunk driving, number 2, distraction driving, 3, red lights, jumping, and safety gears and as a seat belt. So I never win in Albuma. That is what will be termed as the contributing factors to road accident in Ghana. Very recent, there was some video that was circulating. Maybe you Google will find it. Na oe basa na eko kumase. Na driver THR drive, that driver no was on WhatsApp. The driver was on WhatsApp. Passenger video you and they bet to social media. Oe bas. Fanipa over 50. Edi kukumase. Now I'll check in a message or WhatsApp. OMORAW or check in message or WhatsApp. Drink driving the mark of oh, but we could go by any. Not the call. It do November getting to December because of Christmas. Ubi Adrian say, Maminya Juma double lap to make more money. In the end, Mamin content and Namin for one call. Namin Samra said, a minion scacudi bronya. Uko Shomuguno Mu, why not child is a best had in the unnecessary speeding. And yes, answer from another angle say, road signs, how visible are they and how are we enforcing them? May trauma MTTU for because I say, I'm talking about even a 4-year-old, 3-year-old. No, actually, seatbelt. It gonna cross seatbelt if you want my engagement.
What are the crab baby?
Oh, I saw him. What was the seatbelt in Hawaii now? Where now China the boat you seatbelt? It is a 70 seat. And one say, if it's a windshield, no room, then it's in a corner chat, and it's chat. Say, all of a sudden, then, at the anchor, a bit me a savvy cacaras, no. All of them are not working. So, there to unnecessary speeding, how to recover a ticket. If you go to a certain extent, you lose some points or demerit points on your driving license. At some point, your license will be suspended. Can't even more just you more per car. It takes time. And Sana, I'm put me drive it back again. People are steady when it comes to that point. Make I say, Madame Fubi, in your issue. Tender Bay. Tender Bay is one of the little towns here. From Toronto to Tender Bay, it can take you almost about 21 hours. But now when you have issues with the driving, you know, for say one could plead and check court now.
Hello.
Hello?
I'm not doing.
I just saw Penny Kunalu. A penny each year.
Once a more kind of a person can be a cry.
Okay.
Maybe free Rollins, horn saying, Hamodia.
Oh, okay. Wait a match. Wadrin.
Sabi, so I can crack and say, Bram, Yabo, Fanami James Abofra. Rollins or Babu from no, sir, no, you cannot imagine, sir, no, I didn't. Oh, yes, Nakanza. So, he said, also, yeah, from so, Nipa be from so, no, my TT of certain more, sir. Into a new year, not being one, not being winning, and to know who send me maybe where I am not and fast winning, the old guy, I'm your money. So, I feel now, I've just free for any pa. Neo, none, some it is we will never, yeah. Say, any party will be a win yet. So I have bonny, so I papa will win yet. So, thinking, Mema and the Bushina Yako, Nemo, Nipa winning, was young, I be paid. Usa. My sister, I see me about 2 months of cancer, the OPBR. A children was there. Oh, I mean, can yes, unless I can. Give me me, I can't send it to be near Panchos and near Kudantua. So, do you know who said, and Sassani maybe our year, then Fakwan. Do you need no none of the more, didn't know who said, I am from Zobia a crib. No, said it for 1 more. So I can show you a sorry, and I can make anything. The honor the problem on a face of can't go in Siam, echoes of Ghana, Nina, approach for. Master, I wish you could be pa, who did a china or load near my or big me, I could do big, yes, no, only just the air to sleep overhead in my car. What do you mean? Oh, Papa, what's the same your mamma and your mother? So now, boys bury a slippery flight. It did your grandma can't sound more good do what you say, or you say, leave the Nasiamaka and Urasiana. I have a whole arm with it. Come out, can only be cracking. I'm a white, who can't leave you a crowd, push for better, more tickets, so can't leave you a. What's that fine? So, not said you be here, I know you pay as you know, be a checky. Nothing, dear, can I not done any do none years? You knew 8 million. Nicola, bring me, you knew 8 years. Yea, Ghana, to tell, be having a thing. And if any part outdoors, when if cars outdoors, may not make Ghana, let us make room, Ghana. Kaba open the level, Coba, and then Coca a book more. And so Kwana, if you come point chambers or no, and only that's what that's a fast say. And then was them. So, what you must tell you, no first man in 10 million, the all companies, my old funny fatike. That's not the so better. My yet no road safety commission pay. Ya tell me, America. So, until a plan accident, you know, one Ghana pan a kunipa baby Benedia. Men find so be a brosy for any road safety commission, and about highways for, and accident, a bagan be bribes at least. Who free a just cook nothing, and the plenty a check one. A home casa in an accident to her. Ubena, Unkuana, Okonya accident now call baby. But say, be a car, the Yankee Muna, ye bonsan, one, held on collisions in a kumni papa. Now, take a business, wow, the hay fire. By ya cat, no drink, a Benya accident, you will be an accident in my casa, not a someone else. And then I say, they are the idea dream that a subons and highway. So, I think, eh? Yeah, no, they are not having a whole up with the social more eyebrow. So, and Ghana kind, a very penny. A very penny. Obia, you know, who I could the bottom, Obia, you know, what you found. I'm spending some credit crack and some, you know, as fat and costing him. Oh, they win some cake. No, Nimi can't, you know, where you come from the way bomb fan baby. Gassing the sobati. Ya, some ya can't. Hey, you be a no over, but okay, in the only in the 1 minute pound. Madame was
open the credit, I mean, beside where you say the cement, no, HM, na yade marking, and so anyway, is swim in the room.
Martin, you know, making me ask me more could lame. So, me sat out when me see a car nearby. the air banner, the American council, me force one cannot be good.
Okay.
My driver must be a crack, must Tamale crap for about 5 years. I'm a double bus. So, many cannot think down the name Banner woman going to make what working it. Ghana Subanya mentality, we is already editorial lane about body some Suban, and yet it is a woo, less I mean, the cement, the achievement, me call William in a year, because you accident, I mean, one going accident. But you know, market one media. We shall not be a Nissan home, mean to me, let's call the Nissan F. I just want to the best woman, but the one idiot. Did I make us the cement teacher with the for so much for us to go for the
Okay. Yati ase. Openi ebeda ase.
Yo.
Openi kunedu na mote ne nkan na na ya.
DJ Mike, I think that opening angle or the buy and so very, very interesting. So share sending all kind of highways or Ghana up to this point. Sebe. Yeah, a yellow ink was a white ink. I check a crime, particularly when look at the highways now a hydring. And you moon soon at the Adenamwa. And as some opening could do a cane, yes, I am fat cement in Chimuno. Somewhere, somehow, it does protect even accidents because so that part is all twap will be quite more because of sa cement in a war, sa metal on intino. It keeps you only in that 2 lanes. And my own skipping caught the income and I say oncoming, until at least that protection is also there. Also from that perspective, and so on. And the OMORAW thinks that and Pennyphone also should look beyond that. He also mentioned on one key it has been something that has been on my mind for a very long time. Ghanaians are becoming more individualistic mindset. I think that you made mention of say you'll be road safety ambassador across my NGO. They propagate the same message, so that I'll get some income and access some money out of that campaign I'm running. And again, it's going back to that individualistic mindset, and I said thinking about our only pocket, our families, and that's it. And that is something that is I have said so share and in some kind of a politician in some kind of class and for the safety of the masses, or some sign, my resign. And then maybe Uncle ya or senior with the Mr. My form, more fancy messy form, boko ajubre. But you don't see that in our country because Obi again, OMORAW, me, myself, and I. That's the word that they use. Indeed, the collective nature of the country now be moving forward in one direction. It's not been achieved because Obana, you want to enrich yourself, make sure your family is comfortable, and for that reason, you put your decisions and I say towards those individualistic mindsets. No, I say me and my friends, that kind of and am I into me moving forward, sir. At this point, we should have 4 coming roads in Ghana, 5 going 5 coming roads in Ghana. We should stop that, in San Juan I born I see jai itimi ejai sade no na yema mranso nya juma me can be the doorstep of MTTU Brunya Bebe. What do they have in place to check for drinking and driving? What do they have in place to check for speeding? Red light, sober jumping red light, and I say seatbelt asema ye king. So yetiminya that enforcement, me kai say President Kufuor a day, the fast track court nearby, and etimi drivers near there. Hey, you better wait out because over because you boom ras near there. That you see will be sorry above that another sorry against Galam saying we should be able to do similar thing in that regard. Say we cannot have life back.
We no political party be no be ye baby near politicizing no. Say me buying at the buy no. Ubi na the buy say you and ye me support it.
Yeah, very, very true. And I make us a pese menkuminya na aba betena yeso no menka na nkonti aban yi na yentunti ara na mesuminya kwan na memra onwe ne se it is the overall yi ne yese Ghana be koso menka ne sad. I'm trying to choose my words very carefully. Me ye ne se enye me yere ne me mawo but Ghana yi yomunti na ye saade and so obi betena akire anaso be hyenkofo achi se ya ompem asem omono aduane abom ene emunya muntunti ano ne mra that mentality no ena opani ede ba ya me de kakra source no. We need to move beyond that. I was see just a person in Kuminyano. Now you the masses neho to be able to fight against some of these things.
Mike, yansha dio. Me de me hu ne se ne amoka nyina ye ba asa yen so yenimra so. Yenimra so. Yawo ya kan say single lanes o kromu ha pa. Me free ha ede ba junction so ba ha na enye single lane.
Right.
Se obatina na accident ayin no we say si ho.
Omoro me da say on say yesha say me ka say yikrum ade enchin. Na eya analysis ni say problem no be brave free nipa no timemfo no ana cars na nkasa say de okay ahanom emra ye adwuma o ba nyina o say science si kwan no ho ye kyerɛw say aha single lane nti untimi nye say untimi san car ho ana untimi say ni nyina ho by yon so eni onom sa ana moreover baby a nkameka say ekromu anoma ka Kumasi Accra road je nkete say 95 Kromu a eti enye kwan ketwa. Look at the number of cars in a minute and I say in every hour and now sa kwan so huge. Eti dia na prevent ye say you bet me yes sa kwan na ye solid say ye the 4 lanes and bibi from say na bitwe nyina na Kumasi Accra road just afi bia the same thing dipa wu na wu ho so okay a true say Kromu no e be a single lane but a single lane no and fat saka sakesiana and I say and call that kind of long distance to say the unu so be single lanes ni bia na baby e da no enye baby a cast faso sa and omiensa but say Kumasi Accra road there e takrade and can to Cape Coast ni sa kwarin after na mentia say o say timi single lane but now the baby e drew there I say ki atwam kra ho ki o levels bi kra wo so I don't think say e bad. It's a overall problem ni de timemufo na so den yanka say so de o de ho na say omoye sa foot bridges ikura to honom say di pamfa so
no see asem se be ya
ba kwa faso no wo hwe normally wo hwe online na say here obi gina bridge na say ya no dimirication akotwe I mean how jaya foot bridge no ba kwan obetwa akwa foro no ene onfo obetie si no wetumirika na ka abono eti se Kromu ayewe baby
the soldier for ene ko gina ho man kofo ko ye maso ye de menti asem saa ansa na madina omo footbridge
so ani ya woman television say ahade saa na yete ahade saa na ye no baby ti say alaba wo ye driver na o anye careful ubeku nipa ti say de enantwi so wo mu twitwa kwan nim ni nam kwan nim just like that eti saa baby saa na si yenya so soldier for na say nipa bi ankogua ya nhyɛ mrakete amomo a ebedi said the onim say Ghana emra won ma amanfo follow pa e ba akopɛ say oba anko be ma toilet so anase eno kra so say kra amanfo e abu so
because me say me area na abayiwe bi no wi onom cigarette ni we so call a mad here so a the be hu say oba enom we ntia na akoma so nti so okonom jot no na say normal say be man cigarette but so ba
so it's tomorrow your problem pa I was say you didn't know much to ye ebia na election be ko ni nyina e factors I was say Ghana for a consider see a leaders on betima aboa ma na there na me problem more pass sa leaders nyina on ba bruchi de bia me ka say nyansafo ni nyina na o matu kwan no omba bruchi nsi kwa the same thing na no kra na meka so obi ati Kromu obi ahwe ne nneoma nko ya ofa ne baga no atu kwan say twin lipa nyina aba anke be ko yanim
Mike, me diana.
Oh,
Me diana.
Omoro de hwe krom wa we. Ghana for ya kro bebre public safety officers, bebre police officers. They are in the army, they are in the school system nim. And it didn't for sa knowledge we nyina enkofie. But yenya o man ye baby amanfo betima befi.
Nia me pesa me kan say. Yan timamufo na say we no. Ye gitum say yakwan enye ana. Enti ase yetimi ye hu bibi. Enti say aban bi ekopegya se ye twi sika se de akoye akwan a sen na ada we besumo afa. Wo hu ye be kan we o yanhwe year of road ya ekosui. Obi nso be ka se ye kan sen siki adi shemu no adulson do ye say ye di bi kwa different sector. But sa wo hwe a road pe akwan so pe na manfo timi demonstration wo ho. Obi o ye kan sen ne crew so na say even hospital crane no kra ye ebi o kwa ye demonstration. But they just say akwan ene ye o. Enti say obi sorry na o ka say ye pegye sika bi say ne de aye ya akwan a so ye betimi ya support sa idea.
Omoro ni nyina e wo ho. Na me hwe accident a wo ya kwan so o hwe numbers na a 220 obonze 14 kill in road accident in Ghana. We Ajazero now caught 34 kill in accident on highway in Ghana. Just say 35 like as if say agrobi na ye di o. Etimi momu de say ke possible go senka omanfo and a support to sa idea no more. Say yenya obi a obeka so be ye kwan na but the problem is say yen hwe ni say ye de meme ofa ene de na koye road minister yenya efiefo nya te ya say oh we de ye ofa na be road minister obi anu say oye okay so ofa won say de efie ti o enti pressure na ye de ko no so no ono so hwe no ntimi a ene e takwafo kwan sika no o so de ko mani nua ba bi ana ne wo fa ase bi na ne wura fi say ye kwan no na wadi no so eti the pressure e free fie anafe so anase amanyo sem no onim se wankwanko yese ya onko cheskani bi amanu kromfo a the next time ye ntoma no ni nyina ye factors ba gisi ye nyobi a obetime gina se regardless the ebesi bia se mo betumi se mo be me den de meya na meye anka a good idea se de o kan se a road nkwa na unsa amanfo ye demonstration so enso so ye ya omora ekosisen efri 92 besi samre ya ebi okra kwan no bosa ade bechi obeda asore ni egu kwan so 3 days ma ensuo to ya na asa ohoro kwan ko I mean
mitie ye kan say amakwanta road minister actually say since nya independent abanwe na ye akwan esen abaya etwemu gina by wohwe accident no so ekoso na normally na ya na ye can say kwan nya na ya na etimi ekoso but ebi wa wotim say tied road with marking tied road if tram asphalt near markings bibia was so just say you that kind of mindset and say once and you see me tiaso
or training
name Nane ahwe Kasajan Road, Kofobia Kasajan Road.
Yeah.
Kasajan Road say ya na duawe. And so accident is also. Mike duawe o. And so accident because obi siswa I saw corner last.
We call Ghana because Eastern region here kofao.
Anya easy o.
Now the problem the who was say as you say air competition. Especially amafo kra who say okuta divia. So o kana be to opese o just say yanka say your mentality sana mi hu no your mentality na esa even though kwan ye kama no o say o kwan we dey ya ye ti o so otimi ana also omoro another problem say passengers na ya no mo kan na mu nso kan asema obi kura be kan no enu na driver anko ade auto be ma so ana say oh that kind of eti driver nso adwen say oh wan kwa be kase won drive hwe obi abrantie bi de we a osi betwam ada o ka no in 1940 ana just and some commenter omo passengers no ekura make no and okra obi okra so say I don't hear the chow kaka and just such things nti wa kra utie say the omo kra pressure driver and say on speedy up meanwhile obo say driver no so bi kra car de nam no sa do not tie ni bi enishim do not to enishim so person dik speedy at the same time ebi kra just one kasa okofo car na hwe car no otu say car we dey so hum kra na say ya hwe ntimi fa mundu and so car ne dey basic scale aboni pamma eto ne o makra ya pake woto sɛdeɛ nka hanom yɛka sɛ timitum no yɛbie kaa ne dɔ yɛsan pake nneɔma woto a akyekyerɛ kyɛ sɛ wɔatum sɛ ɛwue kaa no wɔ back nti ɔmorɔ saa nneɔma no deɛ ɛyɛ nneɔma bebree
nti saa ɛwue nneɛma no back na sɛ a police for na ɛwɔ kwan so ɛyɛ no wɔbisa so nti ɔmo twam ɔmo ntwam wɔ barrier biara
axle way ɛne yɛ saa way station nyinaa bi wɔ hɔ but they pass they pass. And I'm difficult to empty for Abubuano and Marina making.
Nana, young share one of we are a deal pie motorcycle. Okada. Yedim say Okada ye illegal. You see, say illegal. Obias so be enforce it. Ebi nso take advantage on it is sekosi koda yanya DMBO
OMORAW I think that mesa can be and yes be many bibia can but again that individualistic nature of us and a man sa man in abaso because say adia yinim say enye ekum krofo and so ye be kana ye jai no me can me ma power nti me nka ena me so na me wo power nti na ne me de be hye say abai ba ko na o ye no ena wanye ne ye nti na you go so wo be ye wo yi I think that we should move from that OMORAW me papa I always use him as a reference so betena mo to so de OMORAW nka obefa fom akosi bia okọ ana se nso to anso no mu no ena me bisa ne say Oluma na adan na ma mempe motorcycle ketua bi ma na say ne ka kwa de no si debi for motor there ote so a every body part of you is exposed it says bibia nya sise cream eno anu no yeah or see everything is exposed online online so na bi kra exhaust pipe no se auto form na se tall so a eno kwa timi show ma ho twa kese chense wanka se wabo form na wapra no because of that say na running engine say na running no enti se ayade a yinim se edi enya me ba krom ho na me hu se akakra mototwi no se bio technically for fun enti cool anko forte the Brothers Association of mudinanti moto so no timi ho highway so be 40 jim no makodu baby no makono coffee no masaba ye de yesi ye de be ye adwuma ye de ye pese ye de ye adwuma jiska gu ye bottom bronya na ebe ma me kohwe omumu na me mefa foforo ka kra ye hu ye ho an ka kra ye hu ye ho an and no me dwe ho amenti ase OMORAW me ka kosi se ni sade ni mfi o se me nko amenya ni nti
OMORAW ene de ni twi de ene me na da se de na kan so utwi ni for fire
ni twi de pa na even krasa wuti e chiri kra na yeah it dey jump rough
OMORAW me say yeah young guys ni etwa kwan ko ayi alaba ko renti bi ko twi keke so but me ka say me ko secondary school na one time intersection bi accident bi esi o articulator bi trailer na moto bi say then you na to no okosa no kosa de so OMORAW na ugina na o hwa di pa say double ties if fa moto ni di pa na so can you imagine na di party apache obi show
no ma me ka say me de nyame aso me twi moto 13 years ansa na me ba say atimani so the last time 2007 because me stroke crash me
so shokrom hanom de omutimi ye be like to say car nkasa otinem a powerful motorbikes ewa ha but the way atien to say na kan unhu abontin occasionally we so omunyina apie and omutimi je kwan so a ukra abontin no adwa just a fun omo de ko DC konom coffee keke na omo san ba but yes so de ya fan say is something like means of transporter I was say ye isu obi o ko kan because you ko no de na baby onum a okay but enye say ade ye no commercial me de sa de nko de me no omo nya adwen from de ma hu da nti besi matwi bia ma wahwe won mama me hanum kura twitwi masa so etinye o say so hwe na o twitwi a eno a mba moje na ate say white bi masa ya chebi as was slide etini onim ne aha tu say etu masa
what has wawro
enye easy etini onim no ono na adwe ne say oh are na nkrofo making money out of that because obi be analysis or so mo twi kada otimi nye ska say in a week eti nye ska community yama nkrofo ngu
OMORAW ena enka ne nso omo na menim se no mu use moto ananke eye adwuma na it was more dispatch and delivery to say FedEx EMX those people normally are bad you any Ghana ko advert to be one say o expect na parcel na arrive because moto no adeni si ekire no they be deliver na okọ na se wo fa ni partner so di na fika so a abaka na hia be didwa na niema ne so no ti so na otowachi na sa akọ back to car so a
obi apeja botopa na des moto bike ni stia so
u dwen ho a unti ase. It's not acceptable. It's not right. It's something that we should not encourage.
Because
OMORAW serious serious
near saya sefim crowns sometimes na near ot pedestrians be on none baby na car na kwa bono.
O say bebre so adwen say traffic light nti moto. It's Ghana so common say omtisi ma na omko cars agina no motiesim na hwe de we omo maneuver na omo fafa eku omo easy and I say OMORAW say the watch nti wonim the way moto titi e kwa bibi kakra bi kan na divert one ka sakra dan no ho a say you don't need to turn the steer o dan no ho keke kra etimi divert ade no ko direction a open na hwe se sa de we masa eno kwa de so omutwam
etie for ye di lorry ho akwanhia awo Ghana say ye hwe every year yam fan say before election year 2000 yam fan say 95 na 1025 and ya to about 96 and 1049 meaning say cost through. Yeah, to about 2000. Until 99, now 1237. 2000 and I call 1437. Yeah, to about 2004. Into 2003, 1716. And now 2004, I call 2186. 2008 and 2008 na year above fam na 2007 year 2043 and 2008 a year 1938 2012 a year 2240 the 2011 year 2199 it say every year be na ekoso 2000 the last election year about 1802 and 2016 a page anymore a call 2084 now so share you can say the first half because year na among family the first half near 1141 and the fan say even say times 2 echo 2282 because from ye lockdown if free hono accident ACC no na a chain the first half of the year a chain the first half of the year and to say yeah can't say just one will be short.
Or me and I say DJ
Mike ba na why we. Me per se yes summarize no na the say we na dia by we.
OMORAW
your election year. Any futu be a day ma.
I think say trend na o dey ba no. It's worrisome. I dey ha. Now may what report be that my name has CC and it kind of also give me another dimension. We might also look at why it is so. Most of, and I say about 3/3 of our accidental ACino happens in only about 5 regions of the country. Ashanti region, Brona Hafo, Eastern, Central, and Greater Accra. These 5 regions contribute about 75.5% of road traffic fatalities in Ghana. What does these 5 regions have in common? In tier, Emma road accident, ACO. OMORAW, I'll take it a little bit further. Ubia Bidija, and as Ubia Pesokoto Niema, Wankofa Ukumasi, Obeko Techimai, Wanko Techimai, Obeko Nkrai. Eastern region, so a jack is even. I'm just thinking. It's if it is concentrated in areas where there's center of markets. One of the big markets, Kintampo, you can never speak and leave that one. Tinkofu will be, patronize that area. Kumasi being a big metropolis and the environment also has bigger market and Kofoko Fanema, Accra, Mokola, name them. All those big places and Kofoko Fanema, they call Omokra Sekoton and some Mukoton. And he said, oh, funny, sir, say 5 places in a wholly 75%. Then what do these 5 regions have in common? Into a mass adding way to me see. Brunya Beba, these activities, these 5 big areas I can because Ubia Peso Kudija, Ubia Pese, they make money from those big places. No matter they are caught among cranky to be able to, have a Argentina. We don't see northern region, we don't see upper west, we don't see those areas listed here because they don't have those big markets. And I said those attraction from that side,
That's right.
And that fatalities are not happening in those areas. But like I said, if you have 5 areas, NASA contributing almost 3/3 of all fatalities in Ghana, then we have to establish the point. What is common in these 5 areas in Tiadebiano, Sanema Waitimisi? May twaso from a year. Yempenny Omonfa share na Akufo-Addo can simbi or see we can fix the economy, but we cannot bring humans back to life. This is one of the very example I bet me use. Yen so anona nkofo ntena semayen e wo manim rather than say nkofo be hwemo kwa wo unnecessary speeding, drinking and driving, destructive driving, red light jumping, and say you must seat belt and I say you use safety gears when it comes to driving. Now professionalism should be employed in that journey, in that setup as well. Driver be sorry, usuya okotena still obi chen for how many say be a person a driver. No wetimi akotua no akodi driver's license. Ehun na o ka trotro ade chiya pelt Benz bus e chi os me go for kukumase. I say you cannot do that. You have to write your G1, which is road science, and you learn about the road science deeply. No control exam, no pass it. Then they say it's okay. Now go take your G2, which is inner driving. So now on your highway inner and no cry no overcut test with drivers. Why till see so why ready. Then they will take you for your exam. Or pass it, then you get your G2. Who drive here no so you have to drive it for over 6 a year. On some year then you can go practice for your G, which is the highway driving. And you don't find it muma or funding could do baby and who say no. Akoi Ninsama Edding, intimate G Ashenensa. And no cancer non if you have the G license now, there is also an incentive. Okope insurance, yes, you consider say no, you put people's life at first. Into your testimony kakra. say obi person lower insurance payment otimi ebe down insurance so a yetimi de cover no na aboa household utimi de odi nkoje. Like there are so many incentives good driving record it helps. I didn't know intimi nyesa ade ni bi wo Ghana na emmo man krofo intimi fa kwan papa so enya driver's license na ensa mmoma yenya good drivers rather on the road than say ochina. If I feel say bibia anko yi amamia Ghana, that's what it is. Bibia anko yi amwane am ko drive na wo fantoka aduma me na jam fanya adwuma. That is the mentality.
All right.
But here it's a profession. Our companies are picking transport companies are picking qualified drivers and paying them good sums of money. Yeah, essential workers, COVID, those people are moving food across borders, medicine across borders. It is a lucrative job. Driver can we are proud of so yeah. As you feel all day, uncle yeah, now the cover driving. Now I saw for you there. Every two we be a mama with me that survive Abrabon. And I think that it all contributes to what we are discussing. Say at this point in time, speeding is something that they need to kind of make sure you're checking a year. Now, Kabranin could not so far that speeding gun and could just come from Gunuboto. That is number one. Drinking and driving is also very critical. Distraction driving, say I make us say an OA bus driver, being on WhatsApp whilst driving over 50 people. It's very critical and it's not something that we should encourage.
Okay.
Red lights jumping. And I may say most of our accidents are, in 5 regions. Into what does these 5 regions have in common? Into it's me driving that agenda. It's me at the get reasons behind some of these things. I bet why my to me I saw, that but almost every election year and but I say.
All right. My
OMORAW, a quick one. Say the Nana Aka Nina. Na maybe the Medibefa say Ghana, Omomako school, no so Cassinis work queen more. Me and maybe was say Omomabo per head. There's a wabo PhD, no. Per head for the new Omo queen more. OMORAW, the reason he say, what the hell? Omako school is here, more. Omo enim so omo ntimi anko omo enim na ya so omo kogu so ame magazine ene aboso kan ni ade de ono abo PhD no ne ka say a no de ko ho edi just sometimes we share equation na e na balance yi ono abo PhD no waso ne ka de akọ obi o so ono wan ko school no enti boat no se no title no how far ana o say ekọ and from egu ne time mukrombo no onim eno ansa masa me ka say one time Kumasi be area be friend Abripo Junction Bantuma obi ne tie aba no opompio ase masa ye oso otwa biguso masa ye oso otwa biguso OMORAW ye wo hon ma betia ni boom tie na blast ya ma rem ni we ni akwa ni wi na o hwese de ade ni pagya ya ebesi ukra ntimi hwe so se ko nim de wo ho se enframa wo se medigu ade ni o se kusa ko timi ye but de wako school ni gina ni nchen o and we twa bigusu no nsu twa gusu so hwede ekobae at the same time because of say yenye sade ndi tembia ya adwen say omo anya ade na so omko technical side and omo ya ade mum de omo pen na omo ti office na omo de pipim tables na omo di esika say be obe free office wono makoma obi education say ade na o yesikra how many times na what say ye run workshop ama omo aboso kan anase magazine da wonte sa asem ni bi omo use tankers say they also manage ni hwe krom anom obekọ gas station oil okura na ebi nguo ba compare Ghana on enti sa ni omo kitinkiti bi no yemfa ya adwene nkoso ya adwene say oh wenye ska oso otoka akese o ese eno kwa na ya adwene so ba ki etimi pay attention say ska yenya no yemfa bi ma education baby obi ti a oton pa no ote gas yi ho pa no oton pa no oni adwene bia na adwene say oh space there was some the table ko si wana ton pa no enyeska who is going to tell that person
this gas explosion we Volta region who and a central.
Thank you. And this is not the first time ABSC or Ghana.
On say from we can say Atomic Junction.
Atomic Junction.
Yes.
By and what him say attending for some time in
a woman
just this week.
Who is taking some measures and they say yeah cancer they share from baby I see a packet just say Oko Ghana and Tina na bruche from ko is omo ye too no but it's true just say bibi abahu bia wrong oh
Questionable.
Exactly. Right from airport to so bedru fie nneema bi abehu bi aye wrong. Omoro, etimi de say na kan say o see you pay attention. Nneema scan nsusu hia yen. One Ghana no omo nte so no omo nti o mani hu say nipa ne nkwa ehia chen scan a omo je no. At the end of the day scan a oje no se car na adekoto se fie na adekosi o. Enipa na asade o mukogum. Onipa esu na ewue. Efa so be na wo so.
Yeah, time ya so bend there. Mike, yen hwe COVID. Yen to aso street COVID. COVID eye coronavirus. Trinity as I say nyina yesu hu ye bompa ese nyame ebe pie punu bi e de amayen. By I say second waves. Baby I can call no. Aya dia e hu ye. Oko Ghana for now active case 1,519 active case 1,519 in all confirmed case na 50,018 and a new case 16 I weigh 61 and the nipa ahwe mo kwan 320 and na ahwe mo kwan awo mu recovery na 48,179. But the interesting way na munti o share you can say the previous way no nanka every week bia nipa enya yare na as nipa 25 a day. But say no a free 25 no equal 130.
Omoro factors ni bebre last time ye program obi share me say da bia me ka say Ghana size to say Virginia I don't know me Ghana to say Virginia and it's true Ghana kro ni nyina ka say to say Virginia e kro ketewa we say pa now compare e kwan ani ma bi fa so emi ewu sa one ye hwe ni say on say covid ni buy measures are mo de to wonum na e work but say Christmas eba nkrofo kotoni omonti omo bodompim wo marketplaces elections iso ebedru nti omo so ye I mean the leaders no ehun say ye MPP say NDC wo munyina atu agum ana nipa no so minim de Ghana individuals on say they omo si adwene nipa na opia bonte akɔkye ne app akoye dede no ede na obenya wo
Ono kro abon ho ban o.
Ono protect no omo ko say
because I share presidential candidate now omo take care mu
omo take care wasa share mass but ye individuals no so omo ko omo nhwe and omo say tietiem yare esusu ye say distance just social distance ni de ase ebi ni Ghana kora biu on and ekue and omoro so o check statistics how man here on say bra ye tugum lockdown ni free on ma ye tugum no and ade ne esan kosoro eti ye besere say omuma sa lockdown and I say I mean social distance no entimi sanya adwuma na minim say the Africa for ya na ya adwin say bibi ba ye som de ni asan jemu me ka say crofobia technologies and omo ye nyoma ba out aye ba say kura de waka say ayira
so over no kura de ensa ho ni
so asa ayira edindia enti minim say bi as government no so omo sa hyemu kina na ka adintimi san page bi because say esa kosoro is too bad Ghana sha but hwe any pay free mo no minima de kura wo say Ghana for say catch rom zo munye social distance no mtitimu a ebeboae so hwe say de ekona say no mum de adding so hwe say de nipa na sia ka bom no mo ye nioma na asa obi amfa ho ebi kura so gidi say yare ne enye turu eni ho sana bebra adwen omo
na ya
obi wase we eni ho
mede me bisa Mike asembi sa question na besan ko ho no.
Okay.
Mike eya na otake bi o say nyansafo na na etukwan no. Sa otie na nado ye kasine last week or addressing nation no. O me hu say out of 54,000 I tukwan e de call Ghana no. 172 tested positive. Meanwhile, so you say before say obebana a so timi eden a test into a so timi kra 72 hours I check so you negative
and sakrana
and sana why we na initial way no idea ne niama ade na ekoso ni bi no because of some man kita that kind of way no you feel say e genuine not knowing say yen Ghana phone bia no e dia ye business e say baby ekoso pan ye UK
wow
e dia ye business in na ye ne fake way
because
of say okọ say okọ akoye sa we 72 say utua rapid one because eno the boarding because okoye ni hebeye we na ahwe na time adekọ akoye no on san a bit you enti that kind of mindset no and e dey akọ enti later no mu hu say no ade no ewe some de benti be ya na ya check ni na koye amanfo say ya je 150 a the boy dey ni we ni enti bebre na fia say den e check positive enti sa nyansafo na ye wo akwantu mu na ye wo that kind of mindset a ye dey kono e no so e
Omoro say na me kan na we repeat say nyansafo ni nyina na etu kwan na ye nyansa na ye be divert ne ne de ya de papa na ene yasa adane no hwe me amount of money to so ne and said any problem mame because in a sense say fine a high into be preventing people from going home to home because so who could draw now could share $150 a be home
na Mike 150 what me try you can say plane ticket 800,000 to now to 150 I don't hear dey no
say and make say enti omoye ne sa no ne eye say be preventing crofo because what me try we oh I didn't know say your problem that means what means obeba here is the case ye nyansa dodo ebi so akoye photocopy anase omatena se accurate bi ye de kobiti system no but ye refi say yan crofo ni yekun omo ubehwem behwem na nipa kra wotena se a o design sa paper ne man crofo ye no ni nua na ne maame ana akoka no on na ya na ye ohu because ohu say enam ade oye na ma obi enye nti so etiere de omoro a serious thing ye nyansa dodo no de bia Africa for ye pese ye BT system the BT system and also nama yenya sa problem say ke dey you follow sa protocol and say okay obi eba wa test it ana amana benya aka nkobasa baba ko hwem Ghana ni na te baby testing center no wenya form no yes ye nim nya senti wo tena computer ho a wo te se me no wa design ade no unhu ayikra me kan se money bi edi wo Ghana sana na skani bi eye ne party o ni fie on oye na oye omoye na oba okuta ticket omo ama omo invite invitation ana obi konya bi ba ye wa adwuma IT4 na ode ba we dey see design is easy any ye design mom enti enuane ne nyoma omoye number of people no more expect say on ba benjo at the end of the day na yet twice biwa obi asukuta invitation the same thing ana om de buy but at the end of the day no say e bone ne ye eti da me say sai nyansa de do na ka ye be channel ne de aya de papa enkrofo ko space ne ade no yes ye de ti be bi ne de eda ne nyomani eti omoro and ye serious I say sai ye hu bibi na omo so omo check na omo ye vigilant enye say obi de people bi ba ya keka no age edi say oh efri yi na ode ba
I think say nana omampeni e ka say no ma someone here a airplane we no be sanction just say ultimate check say authenticate if you say original and sana wa board flight no ade ayewe
ba yanga say be san say no
na OMORAW airline no ne all check you in what expertise do they have to know say the results are they ban the authentic one
say and then as say ya omo ashom say so mo timi make sure so omo hwe nyom betimi ade ahwe say original sana wa mana aboard the flight no because one hwe kra na so at the end of we no omo ti wonyina including wangasa kra no
and the other piece too is that we've had different situations how the virus behave you can test and be negative today but it can metamorphosize into something else and then a couple of days later you may on that test you test positive. When it first started here in Canada there was one lady be on the bad news and all kind of story why or your tester it comes back as negative or better you be about positive no as I try another 2 weeks so you now about negative or better try another 2 so you now positive and now go be say ade no nko ade aye kran kro eko ba ko na ba na ko na saba na ko na saba enti aye den there will be the loophole but sa suatra na ye ka se ye nkrofo bi atena ba bi because of say when your opportunity about this side of the world, you know how to, play and fake the system and design things to look like original to outwit a authorities. No, that mentality itself is wrong. We should not encourage that.
Yes.
Adiwe ediwiasinya. This disease na ediwiasinya. As I speak to you now, minimcophobia, 50 March, year 2 adjumum up to this point. You're from back here. They are still at home. 2020 has been ayentam kese amankophobia. And tuntimi mfa enkrofo enkwa eniagro enkotena baby all in the name of say enokrampo OMORAW sankofo ye ka so mo ye say nyina they still take money. It's not for free.
Baby.
Omujiska and omo yes adiyama. So why would you pay somebody like 25 pounds or 30 pounds? I don't know how much they collect. I'm just throwing numbers. And yes. Rapid test and I will cost you a little bit more, but say dream will be home. Not just about you, but you are protecting the other people that are going to be on board. She said, "I will promote here." If you all know, say, "It's now how I already see between me 2 years." So I'll show you they war playing more. You can't want them, and look at the environment. It's not conducive to be able to even breathe. Normal. No, yes, I do now the Ayako sign for now. What carry to Ghana? Unim say Yama Muzo. Right now, we can all agree, say, Yankofoni Bijin said, Yayanukre Niho. And I said, when you sue doctors for no word to be and scientists for no word, if it is COVID fatigue and maybe a month for 4 years, I cannot tell. But I said, we are losing guard around the world. Ya shed them watch it. Ya did him so lockdown, no many adenama. See, yeah, bre. But it's at a point that you knew also you lose your guard because I'm not just speaking for Ghana, I'm speaking for the world as a whole. This week, I think I heard United States recording over 147,000 one day, 24 hours a year. Canadians, we are good on that trajectory. Ontario, analysis this week, we could hit 6,000 a day based on the trend now. Into the premier, they say we are not far away from what is happening in Europe. So, but Ontario move back again. So the second wave is coming and it's coming big and it's coming hard. Follow the guidelines. Wash your hands. Wear the nose mask. Physical distancing, it's paramount. Let's do these basics to help ourselves. Hotel said a vaccine will be ready.
You can't say man say and the lockdown. Maybe uncle.
Over there. This week, Uncle can be you. Usen Koya Ben Hoka Crow. And then offer.
Share. I say the no that Ben with the lockdown the boy.
But thank Usen Koya Jia to say, I don't know about this administration, but maybe the next administration, whoever knows about, and I'll say, hey, and then I said, I may I came, I'm really, it's Uno of Ankasa. Nyana can guzu ye juma or ya ben ho into over shimpre kona we should move forward as a country.
Because fear man got to my friend and so I'm fainting. And will be whom may score or better make crown so. It's here for say yeah the you be air band if now if you are the man COVID coronavirus. Baby I can corner who into your best threat. Na yen fear say be share your nose mask no. Na social distancing ni yan horo yen sa hand sanitizer na wo de etwetwetwa ho kakraka ni yan mo yan ba en dwen wonwie bi nso ho dwen wonwie bi ho sometimes obi wo de sa ade ba kwa me yem kra hyehye me kra ye amount for shopping no mo ye for sa we Thanksgiving we wo ho anyasem ketwa it meaning say gathering there manfo intimacy
happy
ebe ya no we you hu afim
happy life
last time we Ohio
now where you
to turn na anyasem ketwa
na ko to you na so no asema yake I think say na me hwe news we I think say state of my hit 1 million Texas and of my hit 1 million and you can just imagine I didn't kwa na eko yehu time away I can say Black Lives Matter. Sorry, echo election after no so demonstration near man for any genuine no definitely ɛbɛsan akɔ soro nti na sɛ dodoɔ naa na ɔmo kita deɛ ni bia wobɛyɛ dɛ na wehu sɛ asɛm bɛsi ana ɔbɛnten ɛwɔ bi nti ne yɛbɛsra no sɛ moma yɛ nyinaa
bɔ ho ban
yɛmmɔ yɛn ho ban
ajagraja so na kwasea bi ankum
ɛha ne yɛdi yɛ dwumadie no ɛba awieyɛ yɛne Mike ɛne nane a ɛne ɛdi dwumadie ho yɛdi nkɔmmɔ ade fa yɛ ɔmampani a wanya ne baabi kɔ Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings ne yɛka sɛ nyame ɛmfa no ɛnsie na yɛma n'abusua ne yere ne ne mma yɛakɔ Ghana ma nyinaa yɛahwere adeɛ san so ne yɛka sɛ yɛ lorry akwanhyia wokɔtena kaa mu na sɛ wohwɛ driver no ne tibea ne dibea ne kyɛ sɛ n'anim ne facial expression no nkoyɛ tim so bi a ofiriwe blue kiosk white partition pastor one man hɔ a no sɛ ɛhɔ nom deɛ so wakɔsɛ ho nti na wafa ho adwen ma yɛnka yɛhyia bi a police for kwan so a wode anya crowd a police na asɛm esi driver yi asɛmrika a ɔkɔ yi ɛmmoa nti wobɛtumi ano aka bibi akyerɛ no wɔn nso police ni nso a wɔkwan so na yɛsrɛw wohu sɛ adeɛ bi nya kaa bi wanyɛ road well bi nso wobɛhwɛ ɛfiri nkɔkɔ bɛsen kɔ yɛka no sɛ Accra wobɛnya barriers bɛyɛ sɛ 20 ɛwɔ so nti ne yɛbisa sɛ apolicefoɔ na nɔmɔto nyinaa ne yɛhwie yɛka no sɛ acid deɛ gu ɔmani so ɔmo ɛhu hwee anaa na yɛ a na worɛ fi sɛ wabusuani bi bɛtumi aforo kaa a wonni ho nimdeɛ bi asɛ obi aforo kaa ɛnto wada na bibi ɛfiri mu nea ɔhwɛ abusua ɛfiri mu a na bɛhu sɛ ɛden ɛnti ɛfotu yɛde ma mo no ɔmo yɛmmɔ yɛn ho yie na election year nso yɛnim woyɛ wo campaign anyway but ɛsɛ wotumi ɛhwɛ sɛ wɔn kwan so ɛhia ɛha ɛne yɛde yɛ dwumadie no ɛsi sɛnea meka DJ Mike ɛne yɛne ne di yɛ dwuma no ɛna nana yaw nyame yɛ adom na adom bɛdu yɛn na Yesu amba a da sɛnɛ yɛbɛsan hyia yɛakra mo ɛnwuma a ɛbɛyɛ ɛkɔma Ghanafoɔ nyinaa ɛfa
One ira mi yede ni mi twa enu tina manti mama we wakora bia no atoa me se jida bi na meka masabo atoa pina man atoa pina man atoa wo we bia ya o so we bia se ne da de wo ya no ma bia to me ni mini ano wo ma fu ya na o nanka me wo ma ti mi da ku yin ko ma wa trase o we mo fe ya mi bia ma atoa pina man wo we fu mi mo akoni ni we ma wo we ta mo fe ya na me ni ya Zamanyina oya kwentu ahinze na nkwasum wiaze manzamana no mu nyipenyina obi boko obi abo wiaze masitine nyina tsada kwentu mofra na mpenyin wiaze manzamana no mu nyipenyina obi boko obi abo baby, oh, Mobisha, baby. Achuaba, Ropa, Mobisha, baby. My face is a baby, Mobia, baby. Ropa, Mobisha, baby. Roka, Roka. Baby, oh, Mobisha, baby, Obimba, yabi, Obimba, yabi. On a run and don't know where to hide. It seems the day has taken all your pride, all your wrong, and all alone. You're scared because the light so soon has come. It doesn't need a hand. But always takes a help to hear that call. An open mind just cries. Listen to 1,000 does the bridge wide. Love flows like a river. Love flows like a river. Love flows like a river to the sea. Love flows like a river. Love flows like a river. Love flows like a river to the sea. So what you gonna do? And where you gonna stay? There'll never be an ocean without rain. On those tears, you've just believe. Come back to woman, light can go again. Love flows like a river. Love flows like a river. Love flows like a river to the sea. Love flows like a river. Love flows like a river. Love flows like a river to the sea. And even in the dark, on the deepest night, you will lose the very side. No matter who we are and what we know, we better open up and just as go, for this is all. I tell you, this is all. This is how love flows like a river to the sea. And even in the dark, on the